What's up guys, Kyle here again, and welcome back to my second channel. And today, we're gonna shoot out a whole bunch of dynamic microphones on a high gain amplifier. Well, the speaker. Let's do it. All right guys, hope you're doing great out there today. So I have long been very interested in recording. I have long been interested in microphones and interfaces and stuff like that, but over on my main channel, I don't really feel like the audience is really primed for that conversation. And quite frankly, I've been looking for excuses in order to add microphones to my collection for my own purposes of experimenting and kind of trying different stuff on high gain tones to see if I find anything that's kind of out of the norm that I like, that works for me, that I can kind of utilize in my own recordings, because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I actually record local bands and stuff. So I have a ton of interest in recording and mixing. And just like I'm a nerd about pickups and speakers and guitar amps, I'm kind of the same way about microphones. I'm just a little bit less knowledgeable. So anyways, over the past 5 or 6 years or so, I have cultivated a pretty large collection of microphones, and it's kind of time that I finally start shooting them out and providing the results for you guys. So hopefully that the results that I get from my own testing can be of help to you guys, because I don't really see anybody else doing stuff like this, at least here on YouTube. And I know that YouTube is the resource that I use the most for when I'm checking out new things to see if it's something that I should add to my collection or not, whether I should spend the money on it or not. And I hope that me making tests like this will help you guys. So with all that being said, let's jump into the info so we can get to the tones. The amplifier that I'm gonna be using for today's test is the Mesa Badlander 100 with the legendary Tones Hot Mod installed. This adds a little more gain and bass, and overall makes the amp a little bit more punchy and dynamic. The cabinet that we are going to be miking up today is the Mojo Tone Grand Canyon cab. I currently have this loaded with Mesa Vintage 30s up top and Chinese Vintage 30s on the bottom. I'm breaking those in for another test that'll be appearing on my main channel, so make sure you go over there and subscribe. I'm really good at this. But we will be miking one of the Mesa Vintage 30s in this demo. I'm gonna be boosting the amp with the Lick Larum King in yellow, one of my favorite overdrives. And for the guitar, we are again using my PRS McCarty 594 SE here. This is the single cut model. This is stock with the stock 5815 LT pickups. Again, a huge shout to PRS for sending this guitar to me to check out, and I will have a full review of this guitar coming up on my channel very soon, so make sure to go to that first channel again, subscribe so you don't miss out on that stuff. For the microphones, we are sticking solely to dynamic mics today. I'm going to do an entire separate test with condensers and ribbon microphones, just because I have a lot more dynamics than I do condensers and ribbons, and I figured that it would make sense to just kind of separate them. This is also going to be raw audio only. It's not going to be in a mix. It's not going to be altered in any way. I'm going to try and get the mic placement as close as I possibly can on the speaker for every single different microphone. And that way you guys are just purely hearing the differences between the mics. I won't be messing with the amp settings or anything else in between. So it's really gonna give you a good idea of how each microphone differs from each other. So with that said, keep in mind that the mic placement for every single microphone is not going to be ideal for each individual microphone, and the EQ of the amp and everything else. So this is purely just so you guys can see the differences between the microphones and evaluate whether they are something that you want to add to your collection or not. Again, everything's going directly into my Focusrite Claret Plus interface. There will be absolutely no post-processing on any of these tones. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to normalize it as best that I can, but some of these mics pick up a lot more bass than others, so it's going to be really hard to, you know, kind of get them even with all the peaking that's going to be going on. And also, some of these pick up a lot more mids than others, so even though the waveforms may look the same on my end, we're going to be basically tricked by the mid-range into thinking that certain mics are louder than others. So keep that in mind when you're going down to the comments to yell at me for not perfectly matching the volume levels between every single microphone. And last, I have to mention the sponsor of this video, my friends over at Sweetwater, because it is actually recording month over at Sweetwater, and I reached out to them because there were a couple microphones missing from my collection that I really wanted to add for this test and for some future videos that I'm going to be doing. One of them is the SE Electronics V7X, and then we've got the Shure Beta 57A and the Beta 58A. I did not own these microphones before, and I really wanted to make sure that they were part of this test because they're fairly common when it comes to dynamic microphones. So I have to send a huge shout out to Sweetwater for providing these microphones, and for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to pick up any of the mics that you see in this video, except for a couple, only a couple of these you can't get at Sweetwater, make sure to go down and hit that Sweetwater affiliate link. Buy them from the fine folks at Sweetwater because they're the best in the business at what they do, and that affiliate link also helps me earn a little bit of money so I can add to the mic collection and continue to do videos like this for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, guys, I want to know your thoughts. Which one do you like the best? Which one do you like the least? Which one am I missing from this test that you guys think would be a valuable addition to not only my collection, but for future testing? Let me know down in the comments, as you guys always do, and I'll meet you down there to chat about it, as I always do. So with that being said, here we go. Congratulations, you have just suffered through another belligerent amateur video. If you like what's going on here, make sure to subscribe to my main channel, which will be linked down below. And if you want to help the channel out, consider getting something from one of those affiliate links from Sweetwater or Zounds, or joining my Patreon community. Make sure to hit that dirty old like button on the way out and leave me a comment telling me how much you hate my stupid face. Bye!